don't think it is. Let's turn the volume up. If I can figure out how. There we go. Welcome, one and everyone, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 385. Gosh, the years... the weeks keep... How does the song go? The years keep coming and they don't stop coming. At least they better not stop coming. I have got a lot ahead of me. Anyway, welcome to episode 385 of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank you for 100,000 subscribers. That's right, we hit 100,000 subscribers just as I was clicking the go live button. I've been watching it all day. Everyone on Discord has been talking about it. It was at like 99,500 a few hours ago. Then it went up to 99,800. Is the music too loud? All right. Let's turn the music down just a smidge. There we go. And then just as I was watching it, it went 99,998, 99, bang, 100,000. So, I am pretty excited about that. Thank you all so very much. Cigar says, just throw big cigars. Is that what I'm doing for the celebration? No, look, I promised everybody that if I got 100,000 subscribers on my new channel, because this is my new channel. I have my old World of Warcraft channel, which has 130, 160, I forget how many thousand it has. But this is my new Fallout 4 channel, and I started with 6,000 subscribers earlier this year, and together we have gotten it up to 100,000 subscribers. Hero-san says, when I saw 100k stream, I got so happy because I've been watching since 20,000 subscribers. I know, this happened really, really quickly. Out of Here Original says, for me it still says 99,995. Mentally Challenged Eats says, for me it says 99,997. Well, for me it says 100,000, right? So I'm going with what mine says. I have access to the back end of my dashboard, and it says 100,000. I even took a screenshot of it. I was so excited. I think I was the 100,000th, or I managed to log into my dashboard right after the 100,000th subscriber subscribed. So I'm pretty pleased about that. I'm sure it's going to take a while for all the numbers to click into place around the world. But we did it, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have been sticking with me this whole time and doing nothing but publishing Fallout 4 videos and a few live streams every now and then. Together, we have turned this into a 100,000 subscriber channel. But this is not the end. Oh, no. This is only the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. I have years' worth of content planned ahead of me. Besides, I'm just doing Fallout 4. What about if I start doing New Vegas and Fallout 3 and Fallout Tactics and 1 and 2? Hey, what if I switch it up and try a different game like, oh, I don't know, Andromeda? Is that the new game that's coming out everyone's excited about? Mass Effect Andromeda. It's a big open world. I don't know. I saw the trailer for it and it looked really interesting. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think. Killer of Sanity says, woo, go for 100 million. Well, of course I would. Now, Chris says, don't forget to take your hat off like you promised. All right, I was getting to that. Now, I don't know why, but all of the viewers are fascinated with my head. And they all want me to take off the top of my head, which is, of course, this part right here. And I promised that if I got 100,000, I would. So, as fascinating as I'm sure it will be, I'm going to take it off now so that you guys can finally get a glimpse of what is behind this. I'm sure it'll be exciting. Here we go. Are you ready? Is he bald? Does he have a skull tattoo? Maybe it's dyed pink with glitter and a girl's hair bow. Whoop. There we go. That is what's on top of my head. It's been there the entire time, Every waking moment you have seen me, this is what I've looked like under the hat. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. So I have fulfilled my promise. I knew it was scintillating video entertainment. Salacious, ladies and gentlemen. The craziness, says Michael Draper. I know. Is he bald, says GG Gaming? Well, am I? I don't know. Internalized depression says, that hair though. Well, it was hat hair. Or head hair. Greg Hartung says, I forgot to add, what happened to Zug Zug? Right. Okay, so many years ago, the viewers nicknamed my beard Zug Zug. And you notice it's a lot shorter today. That's because of my beautiful wife. We're getting ready for Christmas pictures. And my beautiful wife said, Brandon, I have fond memories of your beard back when we were dating. And it was so shorter. I have this mental snapshot in my mind of us sitting on a ferry. And you had this short beard. Brandon, for our Christmas photos, would you please trim your beard a little bit? And I said, all right. So I went to the barber, and it was this lovely Vietnamese lady. And I said, lady, I would love it if you could trim my beard. And she says, well, how short do you want it? And I said, well, not too short. I still want it to be slightly long, which I'm sure they love to hear. And she goes, well, so do you want it like a finger? Or I can't do the accent. I'm not going to do the accent. But there was a bit of a language barrier because I said, well, look, I don't want it too long, but err on the side of caution. And then she interrupted me and she says, oh, you don't want hair on your sides? No. I said, no. I said, err on the side of caution. She says, no hair on the side? And I said, no. Err on the side of caution. And keep it longer than you would think. She just kind of went, okay. It was a sad language barrier issue, but she managed to get it okay. I think it's okay. It's still, I mean, I can't grab it like I used to. It's weird. You never know you have these mental tics. You never know that you have these mental tics until it's gone. Apparently, I've been grabbing it, you know, as I'm working on a video and I'm thinking I'll grab it. And so now I would like go, oh. You know those videos of the astronauts? They forget that they're back on Earth and they've forgotten that gravity's existing, that it exists. And they go and they set a pen up in the air and it falls to the ground. That's how I felt. Throughout the day today, ever since I got my beard trimmed, I'm like trying to work and then I'll stop to think and go, oh. It's gone. Coolest cat around says, so it's your wife who told you to get your beard shaved. Dang, a true man's only weakness. Quite possibly, but she is the mother of my children, so she does have a special place in my life, and I do tend to listen to her every now and again. Well, it's going to be a special day today, because not only did we just hit 100,000 subscribers, but it's close to Christmas. This is my final episode before Christmas. And I don't know what I'm going to do on Christmas. I'm heading out on vacation. I'm going to be gone for an entire week. And so I'm frantically producing content to schedule ahead of me while I'm gone. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I hope so. But anyway, so this is the last broadcast before Christmas, and I don't know what I'm going to do on Thursday. Next week, when I'm away on Christmas, I'll let you know. But anyway, so today is the final show before Christmas, and we're celebrating with a lot of wonderful beverages. So, I'm drinking some Hoegaarden. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's spelled Hoegaarden with a double A. Garden. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you're from Belgium, let me know. Hoegaarden? It's very tasty. Belgian beer is the best beer. I'm sorry. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I love a local beer, but Belgian beer. It's just something about Belgian beer. It's made in monasteries. But I also have Scotch. This is, after all, Scotch and smoke rings. And I bought a new bottle today to celebrate because I knew that we would hit 100,000 subscribers today. At least I hoped. So I bought a few bottles to celebrate. This is Old Pulteney, 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. And I love the packaging for Scotch. Look, it even has cartography artwork on the inside of the cardboard container that I'm going to enjoy briefly and then throw away. But I've got this beautiful bottle of Old Putney. Let's pour this out, if I can open it. There we go. And they always wrap the cap in tin foil. Makes it better. Makes it taste better. But most importantly, it has a cork. Here, I'll hold the bottle close to the microphone so you can hear the wonderful sound. Now that is worth $60 right there. And I've got this shot glass. We're not doing shots of Scotch. I mean, we are doing shots of Scotch, but it's not like shots of Scotch. It's not like you're going to a frat house or a casino and doing shots. This is Scotch and smoke rings. When shots are done, they're done right. That's a beautiful thing. But we're not going to guzzle the shots, ladies and gentlemen. No, we are not going to guzzle the shots. We are going to sip them gingerly and enjoy the flavor. Not bad. But this is a special episode. And I wasn't going to leave it at just the Scotch. No, no. My wife is from Kentucky. I had to go all the way to Kentucky to find her. And what is Kentucky well known for? Bourbon. So I got, in her honor, some Knob Creek, Kentucky bourbon. So today is Scotch and bourbon and smoke rings. If I can, there we go. And they use this black wax and masking tape. Black wax that's crumbling, and then masking tape. Oh! And the top of that wax just popped right off. It's very brittle wax, ladies and gentlemen. I hope none of it falls into my drink as I pour it. But it, like the Scotch, has a cork. Here's the beautiful sound. This is the $60 sound right there. That's right. And we have another shot glass, but this one is for the bourbon. Ooh. That is a beautiful sight. So we've tried the Scotch, which is this nice paler gold color. We've got the bourbon, which is this darker amber color. Let's take a sip. Here we go. It's got a bit of a bite. Ooh, that kick in the back of the throat. I'll take it. Let's wash that down with a little bit of Belgian. I gargled that too far back. And then, now that we have enjoyed our two single malt, well, the single malt Scotch whiskey and the bourbon whiskey, we are now going to do the classiest thing ever. And here's my glass with the ice. And here's my Scotch on the rocks. And then my bourbon on the Scotch. I just made a few people cry right there. You're not supposed to do that. That is Scotch blasphemy. But you know what? I learned everything I know about Scotch and hard alcohol from Bender. Bender Bending Rodriguez. Mix them in a tall glass. Whew, it's an interesting combination. I'm going to be enjoying that all day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the cigar. Adeptia says you get a pass for the 100,000 subscribers. Yeah. I knew I would make some people upset with that. That is a big no-no. You never mix. Oh, do I have fire? Oh, yes, I do have fire. Clint Maxfield says, "Oh, that hurt me, Oxhorn." Oh, I died a little inside. Said Chris Perkins. Sorry. I can't read all of those comments because I'll be reading all day. It tickles my funny bone. Anyway, today we are smoking an La Aurora y Leon Corojo. And I believe my beautiful cigar lighter is almost out of itself. We'll try. Oh, so close. Oh no. Well, when the butane blue flame fails you, what do? You turn to the gas orange flame. And I know you're not supposed to light cigars with this, but a lit cigar is better than an unlit cigar. It's science. Happy 100,000, everybody. It's a great day today. Psalm 814 says, "I wonder how long it will take you to get your YouTube play button." I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it just rolled over less than 20 minutes ago, so I'm not sure. I got my other YouTube play button years after I got 100,000 subscribers because my old channel is extremely old. Like, I made that channel back before... It was a few years after Google acquired YouTube. Back before there was a monetization platform, so I didn't even get to make any money off of any of my old videos. So they sent me the play button as soon as they started the program, and by that time I had like 160 some odd thousand subscribers. This is why you need to bring matches with you, says Som. But you know what? It doesn't ruin the flavor for me. I don't taste any fuel in the cigar. Mainly because I have a muted sense of taste. I don't taste things very well anyway. GG Gaming TV says it'll take 5 years for you to get your play button. Well, it took 5 years the last time. Colin says you deserve that cigar. Congrats on 100,000. Well, thank you very much. MC the Popcorn Pig says Oxford at 100 million, save the beard. Bacon King says 2 blasphemies in under 20 minutes. I know, I mixed Scotch and bourbon, and then I lit a cigar with a lighter. I don't know what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just messing about here. Will the full dialogue interface be coming to the PS4, asks Riley Sandrell. And the answer to that is sadly no, because it does take external assets, I believe in the form of flash files, to get that mod to work. So sadly no, it will never arrive on the PlayStation 4. The problem, of course, is Sony, as they don't allow third-party assets. Dark Knight Entertainment says, why is this entire stream about alcohol and cigars? Because that's what I want to do at this very moment in time. I have been working all day. I released a big video about Paladin Dance yesterday. Wait, what was your old YouTube channel? Says Jung Hayes. It was about World of Warcraft. I made World of Warcraft machinima movies back in the early thousands. 2004 was when I made my first one, I believe, and I published those up until around 2013. Then I officially retired for about 3 years and then started up again, but this time with Fallout 4. I decided to make a new channel though, since my old subscribers probably, you know, it's a different kind of feel. This channel is a different vibe than my old channel. Both awesome channels, because they're mine. But it's a different sort of thing. Like, I have slightly more mature content on my Fallout 4 channel, and the old World of Warcraft one was a little bit more family friendly, I guess is the best way to talk about it. But the way this show works is we drink scotch and bourbon and smoke cigars for a good 40 minutes to an hour. And then I log on to Overwatch with the viewing several, and we'll play a game of Overwatch for an hour until I need to go and finish my video. I've been working on a video all day today. Man, yesterday's video took me way longer than I thought it would, because I kept on finding new things that I had to include in the video. It was going to be a 10-minute video. Yeah, it's a 35-minute video. I kept on finding more and more to put in there. I'm like, oh, but I could say this about dance, and oh, I could say this about dance. That's kind of what is happening with the video today. The video I'm working on today is, it's about synths. I'm uncovering more hidden facts about synths. And as I keep uncovering more, I'm like, oh, I could add that. Oh, I could add that. It's kind of sprawling. It's turning into like a 20-minute video. I hope it doesn't become that long. I'm going to try and keep it short. Austin says, let's see some smoke rings. Good on you, sir. Keeping me honest. Here we go. Ooh. Did you see that? There's some sort of powerful breeze in here. It pushed it back. Chris Reese says, could you please do a rant against communism? Of course I could. I won't. Only because this channel is about Fallout 4. And for now. I might make it about other things in the future. But for now, it's about Fallout 4. And I don't want to mix real-world politics in with this channel. I have strong opinions about communism, but I'll restrain myself. And instead I'll take a shot of Ska Bourbon. Scotch Bourbon? New Scotch Bourbon from Oxhorn Brand Distilleries. MC the Popcorn Pig says, I messed up. I meant shave the beard at 100 million. Look, I would agree to that, but I'll probably make 100 million subscribers someday. And then I would have to do it. Is shaving the beard really worth 100 million subscribers to me? I gotta think about this one. It's tough. There we go. Had some good ones in there. Cheers, ladies and gents. Brian says he gets drunk and then starts blabbing stuff. Close. Close. There's a whole lot of blabbing on this show. And I typically blab about stuff. But I never get drunk. I've been doing this show for 385 weeks, and not once have I ever gotten drunk. On camera. Cheers. Trent says the cigar physics are so immersive. Immersion. My immersion based on the cigar physics. Hey Ox, congrats, says Jimmy Beaton. Thank you very much, Jimmy. How do you do a smoke ring, says Brian Bonilla. I'll answer that in a minute. How many kids do you have, says Nick Castillo. I have 2 beautiful children. A little baby boy, he is 4 years old, and a little baby girl, she is 2 years old. They are the lights of my life. Okay, here's how you do a smoke ring. Ash the cigar. The mark of a quality cigar is that the ash will cling to the cigar for a long time. That means that it's been hand rolled by full leaves of tobacco. But having ash cling to your cigar makes the smoke taste really burnt and ashy. Of course. But here's how you blow a smoke ring. It's all about the tongue. So I don't want to gross anyone out, but I am going to be talking about how to manipulate the muscle in your mouth to produce smoke rings. So first, imagine, here, let's set this down. Imagine that this is my tongue, my hand. This is the tip of my tongue, and this is the base of my tongue. What you do is you curl your tongue up almost like a spring. It's ready to go. And then when you want to do a smoke ring, you just flick it. Then, to get the shape, you have to make a perfect circle with your mouth. Like the band. Perfect circle. Combine the two, and you two can make beautiful smoke rings. Jennifer Duncan says, question, if you choose the Institute, can you still build your own synths? You can't build your own synths in the game. You can only build synths if you install Workshop Synth Production, which is a mod. Now, the mod does work regardless of the choices that you've made in the game. So, yes, you can side with the Institute, and if you install the mod, you can generate your own synths at your settlement. Do you do YouTube full-time, says Laklan the Ninja. I do indeed. This is my full-time job, and I'm loving every single moment of it. This is a recent thing for me. As of October. As of October of this year, I was a full-time VP of marketing for a software company, and I moved away from that to do this full-time, and it's been a wonderful transition. Some of your comments I can't read on the show. This is a family-friendly show about cigars and scotch. A family-friendly show, just so everyone knows. You have increased your skill in smoke rings, 98, says Sargothi. That was a sad comment to read. The classy Scotsman said, my goodness, Ox, what happened to your majestic beard? A part of me cried at hearing that. I had to trim it. I had to trim it. I trimmed it for Christmas photos. You know, sometimes you make compromises in life. Sometimes you make compromises in life for those you love. This is one of those times. Internalized depression, says Soaxhorn. What made you want to do YouTube? And Dark Knight Film, says Soaxhorn. How was it like being a YouTuber? All good questions. It was kind of like coming back to something I was meant to do. When I graduated from college, my first job was at Amazon. I did that job for 6 months or so, but the entire time I was at that job, I was making videos for YouTube about World of Warcraft at that time. And then I got discovered by a company in San Francisco called WeGame. Many of you remember WeGame. Great guys. Lots of fun memories. And they hired me to make machinima movies full time. I often think back to those days and think if only I knew what I knew now, then what I knew now, about making videos, I could have really done a lot more for that company. But I was young. I was fresh out of college. And I enjoyed every minute of it. Then, after that company fell apart, I continued making movies on my own, but the kind of movies that I was making were not profitable. I would spend countless hours, sometimes an entire month, working on one video. And I know it sounds weird hearing that now in 2016 when you're so used to people making new content every day, but back then, YouTube was new and people were more concerned about the quality of the content as opposed to the sheer volume of content. So I would languish on a new video for an entire month. And I was doing much more complicated stuff. I was doing layer compositing. I had a composer. We were composing original music. I released 2 music albums, one of which you guys should get. It's called Oxford's Christmas for Geeks. That's right, I did release my own Christmas album. Still available on iTunes. It was a lot of fun. But, my videos were, 15, 20 minutes long, all original stories. I did all the voice acting myself. They were very different from what I do now. But the thing is, as YouTube evolved as a platform, YouTubers who made content sporadically, once every month or so, they didn't make any money. And so I couldn't sustain a family on that. So I retired from YouTube video making in 2013, and I just came back now that I found a game that I'm interested in, that has grasped my attention, and I've gotten down a great cadence for producing a video every single day. I'm still trying to keep the quality high because, I don't want you guys to watch crap. You guys are subscribing to me to watch something interesting, so I have to make sure that it's still interesting. And so sometimes that's why a video, I'll plan on it being 5 minutes and it blows out to 30 minutes. It's because I keep on finding good stuff to share. But I've gotten myself into a cadence where I can continue to produce a new video every single day, and that is what makes it profitable. If I don't do it every single day, I can't make this work as a viable revenue source. So Staghorn was you too? No. I did not do Staghorn. I didn't do all of the voice acting. Let me take that back. I did most of the voice acting for my old World of Warcraft machinima movies. I did bring some of my friends into the fold, and they would do voice acting for me. My brother did a hippie elf voice once, and my buddy from my childhood, actually, did the voice of Staghorn in those movies. But I did all the other voices. I tried doing some of those voices for my new Fallout 4 videos. The fans didn't like it. I did Associate Professor Evil's voice for my video on Oswald the Amazing and Rachel, and everyone hated it. It's like everyone's leaving these comments like, Oxhorn, have you been possessed? What's with the horrible voice? Or, man, I would have loved this video, Oxhorn, if not for the voice. I'm like, all right, lesson learned. No voice acting for the Fallout 4 crowd. We'll keep that in the World of Warcraft universe. Just use my regular voice for Fallout 4. Aerodith says, hey, Oxhorn, glad to see you've reached a well-deserved 100,000 subs. One quick question. Would you ever add Skyrim content to your YouTube channel? I would, if I knew the game better. I've live streamed myself playing Skyrim on this channel, and I even produced one video called Saving Malborn. It's not as well received. My viewers love Fallout. When I try experimenting with other games, they rebel. So I'm going to continue doing Fallout. I love Fallout. I'm not getting bored with Fallout. If I get to the point where I'm really interested in other games, then I might start doing other games. But right now, there's no limit to the amount of content I could produce. The world is so massive. Theo Uznaski says, when you first played Fallout 4, what faction did you side with? I sided with the Railroad, but I wanted to side with the Minutemen. I kept on doing... So I was doing quests from all of the different factions up until they came to a point where they wanted me to do something that I thought was immoral and that I didn't want to do anymore. So I'm playing up with the Institute, and then the Institute wants me to go and kill the Railroad. And I'm like, no. So then I did all the Brotherhood of Steel quests. And then they want me to go and kill the Railroad. I'm like, what? No, I'm not going to kill the Railroad. And I'm doing all the Railroad quests. And I just keep going. And I keep going. And then finally they want me to kill the Institute. And I'm like, all right, I could do that. So I sided with the Railroad without even realizing it. I wanted to side with the Minutemen, but I couldn't find like this this quest chain to go do all of the Miniman final quests. And I realized that it's because I got so far advanced in the railroad line of quests that I missed my opportunity to side with the Miniman. So I sided with the Miniman in a completely different playthrough. So I did get to enjoy that ending. It was fun. Bob Jack says the Atom Cats are the only good faction. Yeah. I need to do a video on the Atom Cats. They're pretty fun. Game Brain says, well done, Oxhorn. I got my first 100 subs and I'm happy, but 100,000 is amazing, dude. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I remember my first 100 subs. It was a wonderful feeling. You know, it used to be you'd publish a video and you would get 5 to 10 views and you're like, yes, people are liking this content. It's so funny how your perception of success changes. You know, I'm sure guys like PewDiePie, they get, 40,000 views on a video and they're like, oh man, what a horrible day. I get 40,000 views on a video in a day. I'm like, success. That's great. Let's keep doing that. Ried Helna says, how many hours have you put into Fallout 4? Far more than I would ever care to admit. So many hours, in fact, that I don't even know. I've chosen to forget that and to no longer pay attention to it. Ignorance is bliss. Cheers. Internationalized Depression says, Oxron, will you ever start to make and sell shirts? Because you should. Ooh, I suppose. I tried that many years ago. I was working with a company called Spreadshirt, I believe. And I got this artist and we made some really fun shirts together, all for my old Oxhorn content, my old World of Warcraft characters. And it just never sold well. People are really into shirts these days, though. Maybe I should try some shirts. But what would I do? I can't use any art from Fallout 4. I don't know. The LOL Nerd Girl says, oh, I would absolutely buy an Oxhorn shirt. Goldbrett says, I love my Rafflemouse shirt. That's right, you've got an old Rafflemouse shirt. Those were a lot of fun. Yeah, I should look into that again. It takes me a long time to embrace things. Like everyone kept saying, you should join Patreon. You should join Patreon. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I should, but I finally joined Patreon, and it's starting to pay off. So I suppose I should do shirts. Okay. I can never get it right. It either goes that way or it goes that way. I can't get it to go right there. Kona Lene says, Oxhorn, what YouTubers do you watch? I'm ashamed to say that I don't watch a lot of YouTubers. The YouTubers I do watch are like Smarter Every Day and In a Nutshell. The In a Nutshell animated science videos, those are really interesting. I know I should say that I watch a lot of gaming YouTubers, but I honestly don't. And I do that on purpose because I don't want them to influence my content. I want every piece of content that I'm publishing to just come from here. I see something in the game, I get an idea, or I'll read your comments and I'll get a good idea, and then I come up with a story and then I do it. I don't want my channel to be a call and response between other channels or to constantly be pivoting and reacting to what other people do. I want to control the conversation. I want to make sure that the content that I'm putting out there is generating new ideas. So I don't watch any other gaming YouTubers. Not that I wouldn't enjoy their content. I probably would. But I want to keep this unique. You know? Oh, The Great War. That's a YouTube channel I am addicted to. Have you guys seen The Great War? They do 1 week in World War I every single week. So for their video that week, they go, this is what was happening during World War I 100 years ago today. It's so cool. I was a history major, by the way, in college. I did not major in video editing or in marketing, any of the things I've done professionally. I majored in history. So things pertaining to history are really interesting to me. So I love The Great War. It's one of the best YouTube channels out there. And the guys really dig deep into it. And they also keep you stuck in with the human perspective. Like they end every single video saying, that was another week in World War I. And what was the outcome? More dead bodies, more ruined families. Because that's really it. Like that's what we have to remember. That's what was going on. It was such a pointless war. It's a great channel for anyone interested. Everyone is saying that I look like Arthur Maxson now. I just trimmed my beard. That's all I did. How do I look like? Arthur Maxson has a big scar going down here. And he's got this sort of like jawline that juts out. Like that. All I did is trim my beard and suddenly I'm Arthur Maxson. How did you go from history to software development? Well, I know a lot about technology. I know a lot about software. And I didn't do any of the software development. I tried to market it. So as a history major, I'm really good at writing and telling a story. And those skills managed to walk me right into marketing. It's a natural progression into marketing. So I've done marketing for the past... I graduated in 2007, so almost 10 years. 9 years. Wow, 9 years. College does not seem like long ago to me. MC the Popcorn Pig says, Oxhorn, your shirt should have smoke rings and scotch and cigars and your beard and a bowler hat. I should. I have to sit down and look into it. Would you recommend a degree in history, asks Adeptuous? No. And I hate myself for saying that, but no, I wouldn't. Here's the thing. The only people who get jobs in history, the only time a job in history opens up is when someone retires or dies. There are no new jobs in history being made. There are a set number of colleges, there are a set number of schools, and there are history professors at all of them. The only time you're going to get a job in history is if someone retires or dies. That means that if you graduate with a history degree, unless you go all the way and you get your MA and you get your PhD, but even then, you're not guaranteed to get a job. My best friend from college also was a history major. I stopped after I got my BA. I moved on to my career. He kept going. He now has a PhD in history. He doesn't have a job. He has applied to dozens, if not hundreds, of places, but he can't get work because it's all about how many pieces of content you've published, how many journals you've published content in, who you know in the industry, who could hook you up with a job when someone retires or dies. Now, if your livelihood is not dependent upon your college education, then yes, get a degree in history. You're going to enjoy yourself. It's so fascinating. I'll never forget learning about the Peloponnesian War. Seriously, if you ever have a time and you've got time to kill, buy the Landmark Thucydides. It's brilliantly translated. You're going to be able to understand it. That gave me a wonderful perspective on human nature. The Landmark Thucydides, written by Thucydides thousands of years ago, gives you a great idea about the Peloponnesian War. That changed my life. But I can't feed my kids knowing about Thucydides and the history of the Peloponnesian War. And few people can. So if you don't have to feed your kids on the money you would make from a history degree, then go for it. But if you do, try and get a degree in something that you can actually move right into a job with so you can pay the bills. That would be my advice. Publish or die. That's what one of my history professors told me, says Jared. And yes, it's true. That's what it is. And the sad thing about publishing these days is it's less about the quality of the content that you produce and more about who you know and whether or not your content is politically correct. If you say in your article all of the things that the scholastic elite want to hear, then you're likely to get published. But if your research doesn't prove their pet theory, the ideas that they already have, you're very unlikely to get published. Lee McClellan says, do you watch TV much? And if so, what do you watch? No, I don't. I mean, every now and then I'll throw up Netflix while I'm working, just so that I've got some background noise. I watch I watch old British sitcoms. I watch a lot of Keeping Up Appearances, Hercule Poirot with David Suchet. Love that, by the way. What else do I used to watch Top Gear. Now I watch the better version of Top Gear, which is the Grand Tour. Although episode 2 is disappointing. Can I say that? I love Jeremy Clarkson and what he does, but episode 2 of the Grand Tour was disappointing. Episode 3 was better. Still not as good as episode 1, but it was better. Oh, I also watched a lot of the IT Crowd. I missed it. It went on while I was in college and just after college. For some reason, I missed it, and I'm just now getting into it. It's hilarious. Ox, do you watch Doctor Who? I've seen it. I don't watch it. I managed to get through the episodes slowly over time. I haven't caught up on the latest season. It's okay. It's gotten really politically correct for me, to be perfectly honest. And anytime you sacrifice the creativity of your story for political correctness, you're ruining your narrative. That's something that J.R.R. Tolkien, the author of The Lord of the Rings, was really adamant about. He had an appreciation for allegory, but he said that it was an inferior form of storytelling because you're so beholden to the analogy, to the allegory, that you restrict your own creativity. You restrict yourself from just going forward and making up whatever you want and having this beautiful creative world because you've got to tell your message. And this is my problem with people who are so obsessed over causes and over their own little pet messages that they lose their ability to just have fun and to be creative. That's what bothered J.R.R. Tolkien. He just wanted to create a fascinating world. That said, I still love Lewis and what he did with Out of the Silent Planet and his science fiction trilogy, Paralandria, and That Hideous Strength, and then, of course, the Chronicles of Narnia. So he still made it amazing, but, I mean, Tolkien is Tolkien. You can't beat Tolkien. Anyway, I feel like the Doctor Who reincarnation is too much of that. It's less creativity and just stars in kids' faces as they watch Doctor Who, and more about making sure that they've got another episode that talks about rights and blah, 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 blah. Cheers. That Knob Creek was good, but man, kicked me in the back of the throat. Whew. Tar Heel MP says political correctness will be the downfall of society. I am not quite as fatalistic as you, but I do share similar sentiments. It is indeed a disease on mankind. And I hope that's not too strong a statement. Do you listen to any music? And if so, what kind? Ooh. Yeah, I listen to a lot of Camille Saint-Saëns. And then I listen to a lot of Tyr, Falconer, Sabaton. I like movie soundtracks. I can't really nail it all down. How's the weather, Oxhorn? Where you are, it's crappy where I live, says Lucker Stump 960 Gaming. It's okay. Trial, says Goldbreath. No, T-Y-R, Tier. T-Y-R, Tier. That's the band. I enjoy the band. Mark says, the more you talk politics, the more I like you. Yeah, and there's somebody who has the exact opposite feeling. The more I talk about politics, the less he likes me. I learned that lesson the hard way with my old YouTube channel. I tried to make a few videos about politics and religion and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just don't do it. Keep to the issues. Keep it about Fallout 4. Keep the politics out of it, and you're going to be safe. You're going to be safe. Seth says, who is your favorite companion and who is your least favorite companion? It's tricky. I really like all of them. I love them all. They're so great. I even like Strong. People don't like Strong. I like Strong. I like Curie because she's so innocent and naive, and there's something beautiful about that. People think that naivety is something that you should be ashamed of, and I don't. I think naivety is the way the world should be. If only we were all naive, things would be so much better. But sadly, the world is a different place, and so you can't be naive. But when you see it, it is beautiful. And so she's cute that way. Kate just makes me feel sad. Her story is so sad. And so I empathize with her on that level. Preston, I admire as a human being. I mean, he's the last of the Minutemen. He's standing up for what he believes in. And Paladin Danse, I admire him as a human being for the same reason, although I believe his beliefs are a little bit off, but those were born out of his life experiences. His best friend contracted FEV, and he had to kill his best friend. Cutler, I believe his name was. I like Hancock, even though when you first meet him, he kind of murders a guy. But I do kind of like Hancock. I like I like them all. I just like them all. They're all great. Except X688. There's not really a redeeming quality with X688. I use them a lot in my videos because sometimes I shoot with my Institute character and I'm role-playing an evil character with her. So of course I'm going to choose the evilest companion, X688. Deacon. I like Deacon. He's great. Although, his dialogue confuses me. Like that whole episode where he gives you that secret note. He says it's got his recall code on it. He says he's a synth. And you can't look at it. I never understood that. I didn't get the joke with that. Oxhorn, do you say soda or pop? I grew up saying pop. Did anyone else hear that? Must be me. Wow, there's a breeze pushing my smoke rings up. McCready. I guess that's it. I'm not fond of McCready. Not an interesting character. I liked the Little Lamplight McCready. But the Fallout 4 McCready? Yeah. Portergage? I like Portergage. I could disagree with everything he believes in. But as a character, he is interesting. He's interesting to talk to. It sounds like he's taken time to establish his worldview, and I respect that. I just disagree with his entire philosophy. MC the Popcorn Pig says, Oxhorn, do you call us, your subscribers, the Oxhornians? Maybe? I haven't thought about it. It's tricky, because I certainly couldn't call you the Oxhornians. I don't know. What about Old Longfellow, says Nick Castillo. I do like Old Longfellow. Old Longfellow is an interesting character. His story is sad, too. His best girl got brainwashed by the children of Adam. And then he never found out what happened to her. Sad. An interesting guy. And he likes a good Scotch whiskey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting close to that time. We're going to switch on over to Overwatch and play a little bit of Overwatch. I encourage you all to stick around. But before we go, it's time for smoke ship time. As I said last week, new rule, let's keep these smoke ships under a paragraph, all right? I don't want to read a sheet of text. As much as I appreciate the creativity, let's keep it simple. So, for those who don't know, at the end of every show, I blow a ship with nothing but the smoke in my cigar and this face. I just go, and there it is, the ship. But I do it based upon your suggestions. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see, and I will do my very best to fulfill it. Diego says, Octorn, please give me inspiration for my finals tomorrow. 24 hours from now, it'll be over. And you'll never have to think about it again. Work towards that goal. 24 hours from now, you'll be able to sit back with some scotch and a cigar and not have to worry about the problems of life. Your finals will be over. Dalton says, Smoke Ship, you riding on an eagle with Old Glory flapping in the breeze. Hey. Very Colbert report there. The Pridwin. A smoke ship sailing under a paragraph. The RMS Titanic. An elephant. Britannica. Preston Garvey. Really? He's not a ship. Come on. Do a smoke ship of your face. It's got to be a ship, fellows. Madman Max says it's in Discord. And again, it's a book. Madman Max, I said under a paragraph. Okay, look, you can't get around my rules by just making a book without paragraph spaces. He's got like 15 sentences in here. That's a very large paragraph, Madman. My smoke ship this week is Gaff Ketch ship with Oxhorn and Staghorn, holding an elf on the bow of the ship by its ankles. As sharks circled the dangling elf with its blood dripping into the water. Oh man, this is dark. Slowly, as the elf's ears had been removed. See, nope, he's got no periods. It's all commas, and it's one giant paragraph. Madman, please. All right, Elf's ears had been removed and nailed above the door as good luck charms. Who should show up but old Roper and his mighty Kraken to threaten Oxhorn and Staghorn with kamikaze gnome subs. But, as the gnomes were so small compared to the ship, the tiny bombs they did not even scratch the wooden hull of the Gaff Ketch. What is a Gaff Ketch? Oxhorn and Staghorn laughed loudly, almost taunting the sea god of the dead, as a tentacle wrapped around both of their necks, dragging them to the bottom of the sea. As the cold water hit their bodies, as they lost their breath, and everything went black. I really need some periods. Staghorn awoke in his bed, in a tar and mill, sweating, clearly shaken from the bad dream, saying, "That's the last time I have dwarf sandwiches before bed." I see. It was a vision. Okay. Heading downstairs and grabbing a bottle of scotch and a cigar, sitting on his porch, listening to the crickets chirp on a warm summer's evening, and falling back asleep in his deck chair. Sorry, I need to recover after that. Hold on. The USS Constitution, says Matt. Do Libertalia, says the Howling Moon. All right, well done, Madman Max. Let's keep it to a sentence. Can you do one sentence next time? Just one sentence. Next week, Please, just one sentence. Today I'm going to go ahead and do Libertalia, as was suggested, just to keep it in theme. The day before yesterday, I released a video on the Libertalia. It is a ship, so it's a fitting smoke ship for today. I was the 100,000th subscriber, says Pylon Wires. I take you at your word. Thank you, sir. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Libertalia. Whoa! Whew! I hope you didn't blink, because if you did, you missed it. But for the briefest moment, before your eyes, you saw the sunken ship of Libertalia with the Raider City built upon it. Woven out of nothing but the smoke in my mouth. You're welcome. Rogalith says, whoa, did you see that ship? I know. What a boat, says the Fancy Badger. Boat? You, sir, do not call the Libertalia a boat. It's a ship, or a vessel. Holy Asterix, you are talented, says Pyro somebody. Well, what can I say? The skill comes naturally. I was born with it. Just a gift. I expected some Gandalf stuff, says Bob Jacks. That was better than Gandalf. Gandalf did a little ship. I did an entire Libertalia. I did a Raider City. Man, unappreciative. All right, let us move on to Overwatch. Let us see here. I should have probably had BattleNet open in case I had to download a patch, huh? Please no patch. Please no patch. Whoop. Ha ha ha! There we go. And right on cue, Greg has a group for me. Thank you, Greg. It's Christmas in Overwatch, ladies and gentlemen. My favorite time of year. Redman says, congratulations, Sir Oxhorn. I've been interested since Rothelmau and the beard paste videos. Still trying to grow a beard myself. Well, good sir, keep at it. I have no doubt that you will succeed. Greg says, feel free to spectate Oxhorn to fill in any empty spots. That's true. On BattleNet, I am Oxhorn 1649. 1649. How much currency do you have in Overwatch? Says Take Kapuz. I don't know. How do you spend your currency? Shop. Oh man, I don't want to spend money on a video game. Do you go to the hero gallery? I've got 3,630 units or something. CJ Pegasus, or Pigways, says, out of curiosity, do you homebrew? You seem like a man of fine taste who would do so. A personal favorite of mine is blackberry mead, made from berries I pick myself. Wow. I don't have the talent or patience that you apparently do, and I admire that about you. Instead, I enjoy the brews of other people. Like Hogarden. Cheers.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries. Prepare to...
Ghoulbreath says you can buy a Christmas skin for 3,000. Yeah, but I don't spend money. Like in the game or real life. I just don't like spending it. Just let it sit there and do its thing. Flipman says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Flipman. All right, gents, let's make this a better one than last week. Last week was rough, wasn't it?
In Russia, game plays you. Go.
Well, it's hard somewhere.
Hey, that's a cool skin there, Ulfer.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Let's shoot for a new high score.
Oh, I didn't even know you could break those.
Barrier activated.
Your guardian angel. Your guardian.
5, 4, 3,
Game
2,
plays you.
1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Rally power to forward shield.
Oh man, they got me. Doggone Farah.
You won't get rid of me that easily.
Oh goodness, I'm having some lag. Oh my goodness, you see that? I'm rubber banding. Doggone Farah with her missile launchers.
Enemy turret ahead.
I'm gonna get her.
Gotta be a teleporter around here.
Where'd she go? At least I got the... What's her name?
It's a perfect day for some mayhem. Now we're cooking with gas.
Earthshatter, ready.
Nerf this. Sniper, don't get caught. Checked out. Hey, they have a teleporter. Enemy
down Farah?
He's alive! He's alive!
Let's try this again.
Enemy turret ahead.
I can't see! I can't see, man! I know he's trying to help, but he's standing right in front of me.
Fire at will.
I should have moved, huh?
Nerf this. Nerf this.
The objective is mine! Join
Whoa, you see my gun?
Enemy turret
What is it
ahead.
doing? What is my gun doing?
I am...
Claim this objective.
Nice.
Captured. Commence
My
attack
gun is still
objective
spazzing out. Look at that.
I understand. Enemy turret ahead.
Much obliged.
A risky move.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
Enemy turret ahead.
My ultimate is charging.
You're covered. Enemy turret ahead.
I'm ready to initiate self-destructing.
Oh, and I got her. Thanks for the heals.
Enemy turret ahead. I'm capturing it.
Oh, and a triple kill. Mwah. That's what I thought. Oh, and I'm gonna die to Farah. There, she got me. I'm lagging to high. hell and high water.
Takes a licking. Keeps on ticking.
Till Valhalla.
See if I can do that again.
Sorry, I haven't heard this one before.
Oh, down with you, buddy.
Someone better get a fiery, because I'm on a roll. Enemy turret over there.
Ah, she got me.
60 seconds remaining.
Keeps on ticking.
Enemy.
Oxhorn, do you ever get food stuck in your beard that says Smoke Ernie? Not anymore.
Watch out for that
30
turret!
seconds remaining.
Boy, I did really badly at that one.
Well, that's a fine how do you do.
10 seconds?
Give
No!
up. We can still win this.
On the point, on the point, on the point! Ah. Sad. Sad day.
Play of the game.
Hey, look at that. Play the game. Nice healing there, Greg. Nice healing.
Epic.
Excellent.
Bottoms up, gents. Chin chin. Chin chin. Ah, I got green on healing for Bastion. This is so weird. I keep on going to try and grab my beard, and it's like, oh, I miss. Oh, and I miss again. Madman Max says, wait, doesn't Oxhorn get a silver plaque for getting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube? I will, indeed, eventually. Rogala says the good thing about hair is it grows back. Truer words were never spoken. Oh my goodness. The one thing about Overwatch I dislike is how long it takes to find a game. It can sometimes take 5 to 10 minutes to find a game. What type of cigar, says Noxas or Dassini? Today I am smoking an La Aurora de Leon. Oxhorn, have you heard about Deacon following your character throughout the game? I have. He's got a little outpost stationed above Vault 111. You find him at Good Neighbor. You find him in disguise at Diamond City.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis. Select
Which
your-
shouldn't be surprising. We do learn that he has been looking out for you or following you when you sign up for the railroad.
Howdy.
This will protect you.
That's how you get tonight.
Well, it's high noon somewhere in the world. Someone had to break the ice.
Oh, yeah!
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Order will be restored.
This will get me killed really quickly, but who knows? Maybe I'll take a few with me. Thanks, Greg.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Oh, and he got me. Got one of them. I love the McCree Christmas outfit. Thank you for the heals. Oh man, too much all happened at once.
No one's going to stop me.
Oh!
No one's going to stop me.
If you guys can hold it, I've got an ult.
quit standing around and get on the point.
Oh, what?
New defense point. Objective B.
All right, I'm gonna hide in the corner so that if they come around, they get toasty.
I am loving this.
Gotcha. Be right back. Creating a barrier.
You feel that?
Helden sterben nicht.
Nice. Nice heals.
Barrier is on its way.
Get through this.
Bad time to start moving.
Them up, break them down. Bad guys, heads up. Shots potential. Somewhere. Beauty. Armor, come get it.
Up the tempo.
Ooh, this rubber band and leg is just crazy. It's making me fly all over the map. I was on the other side of the wall. I don't get that. I was on the other side of the wall.
Nerf this.
Helden sterben nicht.
Let's get this.
Doggone it all.
I have big plans for you. Just look at you.
The Widdick.
Come get your armor. I've got you in my sights. Target rich environment.
Photon barrier deployed.
Well done. Those projected barriers are amazing. Ah.
The dog unconscious.
We got this. Nice work, Skelter.
Creating a barrier.
See through the dragon's eyes.
What? Why can't I move? Why can't I move? Oh my gosh. This lag is like interfering with my commands.
Marked by the dragon.
60 seconds remaining.
Yuga waga teki wo kurau!
Seconds remaining.
Nothing to kill.
Yeah, time to heal up.
No! Woo-wee! My goodness.
Play of the game.
Nerf this!
Well done, everybody. Loot box.
Select your hero.
My cigar is running out of itself, ladies and gents. I may have to crack open another one. Farewell, soldier. You served us well. Hello, new recruit. Welcome to the front lines.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
See if I can squeeze enough butane out of this one.
Good. Not bad. But I sure as hell ain't ugly. I'm not good. Not bad. But I sure as
Those
hell
days
ain't
are
ugly.
over. Barrier activated.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
Do you think there's something worth stealing in that temple?
Hello?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Let's do this.
Attack commence. Capture objective A.
I'm staking my claim on the objective. Welcome to join me.
Takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
Keeps on kicking.
I am capturing the objective. Try and stop me.
Experience tranquility.
Beautiful. Get ready for a shot.
Take the objective.
Objective A captured. Commence attack on objective B. Triple kill.
She doesn't like me.
Well, that's a fine how do you do?
That was a great
I'm
push,
staking
by the
my
way.
claim on the objective.
Nicely done. Oh! Oh, almost.
Dando las luces.
Almost.
وليهم قوتك.
Looks like we got to kill the entire team again to get that last few points. Hoo-wee.
Well, that's a fine how do you do? The hunter lays the trap for his prey.
Nicely done. Holy cow. Well played.
Play of the game.
Rich environment.
My cigar is not drawing very well.
Epic.
Excellence is its own reward.
Epic.
Someone has to pull their weight around here.
But she's not very humble about that now, is she? What do we get? Cookie. Don't know what that is. Not sure.
Death is whimsical today.
Bologna Sandwich says, "Hey there, Oxhorn. Hey there, Bologna." Ah, great. We get to wait another 5 minutes for a game to start. This may be my last one, ladies and gentlemen. Davidson, been here since the start, Oxhorn. Thanks for all your hard work and quality videos. Thank you for watching. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you guys who stuck around from the beginning. Let's even out that burn a little bit. There we go. Have a Merry Christmas, Ox, says David. Thank you too. Have a Merry Christmas. Noxa says, what's your opinion on the Elder Scrolls side of Bethesda, or are you strictly Fallout? For the moment, I am strictly Fallout. I've played a bit
Select your hero.
of Elder Scrolls, but it's not top of my high priority list right now.
Build them up, break them down.
Greetings.
I'll be busy soon enough.
It is time to act.
Hello? Anyone out there?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Short stock. I've been having the worst headaches. Turret deployed. Now we're getting somewhere. See through the dragon's eyes.
You see that resistance?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Don't worry, my friends. I am your shield.
Scatter.
Unacceptable.
Nice healing. Thank you.
Just look at you. I can always use more.
Okay. I'll take it.
Armor up. Thank you. I'm out of scrap.
Thank you.
My next.
Bad guys. Heads up.
Teleporter online.
Just like old times.
I'm not paying you for your acting.
You're good as you.
Oh.
Back in the fight.
Need armor. I need armor.
Let the dragon consume you. Armor will have my
Heroes never die.
Well, didn't expect that.
back
My
to the
ultimate is almost ready.
Bad guys. Heads up.
Take my courage. Hard on that.
Oh my gosh, this lag is driving me crazy.
I foresee great things. Let's get started. Masterpiece. Riveting experience.
Enemy teleporter low.
Come get it.
Destroy it.
Come get your
Thank you
armor.
kindly.
Огонь по готовности.
Died right as I was about to get my ult.
Seconds.
Work to be done.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Eyes. I have big fun for you.
My ultimate is ready. Stop the payload.
All right.
Every time I kept switching to my gun, my hammer would pop out.
There's work to be done.
Earthshatter, ready. I could use some armor. Hey there. Much obliged.
Armor over here. I'm out of scrap. Let's get started. Just look at you.
Hoo-wee.
I can use this. Ungated. I feel great.
Heroes never die.
Well done.
Come get your armor.
Where is everyone? Lady bums. Flag mandatory human hiring quotas. Much obliged.
Pass into the iris.
Thank you.
They have a teleporter. Find it.
Teleporter good. It means it's just getting here faster. More to kill. More to kill.
Time.
They have a teleporter. They have a teleporter. Back to the drawing board. Oops! Did I leave that there?
Gotta love Torb.
Victory.
All right, well done, ladies and gents.
Play of the game.
Fire at will.
Good play, good play. Woohoo!
Most enjoyable.
All right, gents, that is it for this stream. Thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Happy 100,000 subscribers episode. Thank you all so very much for subscribing to my Fallout 4 YouTube channel. I've been having so much fun producing this content for you, and so I'm going to go ahead and log off so I can work on another video for you guys to watch tomorrow morning. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning for my next video. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, see you same ox time next week. Well, no, not next week. Next week I've got Christmas, so I'll let you know what I'm going to do. But until I see you next time, be sure each and every one of you that you stay classy.